There are a lot of people on YouTube out there saying that we're about to see the biggest real estate crash in history and to get ready. But there's a lot of facts to the contrary. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. What's up, my YouTube friends? It's Grant Loel, your preferred real estate agent here in South Orange County. And what we're talking about today is the biggest real estate crash in history. A few things before we get started. Number one, if this is your first time to our channel and you want to know exactly what's happening in the economy and real estate, and specifically in the real estate market here in South Orange County, then you're going to want to tap the subscribe button below so you get the latest updates on what's going on here in Orange County. So today we're going to be talking about all the YouTube videos out there that are claiming that the real estate market is going to crash, and it's going to be the biggest crash in history, bigger than the Great Depression, bigger than the financial crisis, bigger than anything that's ever happened. So you need to not buy now and get ready. Why that's not true, and why it's doing you a huge disservice to listen to such information. I'm not saying it's actually, listening's okay, but making decisions based on that information is going to ruin your future. So the real estate market in Orange County is being plagued by a lack of inventory, not enough homes for sale. And as a consequence, prices are going up. There's more buyers than there are sellers. There's lots of reasons for that, which we'll get into in the video. But one thing we got to know is where we are right now is not going to be where we are 5 years from now or 10 years from now. Well, one thing you got to think about is it took probably a decade to get into the situation we're in, and it may take a decade to get out. The real estate prices are not going to go down overnight unless there's a huge correction in the market, like we saw during the great financial crisis, where inventory was off the charts. There were so many homes for sale. It was a huge buyer's market. Buyers were naming their terms. There was a year's supply of homes on the market, which is vastly different from the market that we're in today, where there's maybe 1 month supply, if we're lucky.
Hey, I just wanted to stop the video real quick to take you to the Orange County Association of Realtors website. So here we are. Just go over to news and events and then market data. And it takes you to some statistics that are happening in the market. Now, I really appreciate your feedback in the comments down below, because on our last video, one of the viewers said I didn't provide enough data. So here's the data for what's actually going on right now in the market. Now let's just look at detached homes. Year over year, we're up to 1.3 million for the median sales price. And the days on market are down 22.9% to 27 days. So this is just more facts that I'm providing to make my point in the video.
So the limited number of homes are flying off the market because there's not enough of them. And there's a lot of reasons why. Hey, no. Hey, be good. Shh. Walk right. Someone's not walking right. It's not easy to walk. Walk your dog. Look at notes. Avoid other dogs, all at the same time. But I'm doing it for you, so you get the information that you need to make the right decision in today's real estate market. So the biggest and probably most important reason why real estate prices are not going to crash? It's because there's not that many homes for sale. Inventory is very low. Inventory meaning the number of homes for sale on the market today. What's most likely to happen in the real estate market is what's been happening in the real estate market, and that's a gradual increase of prices. And it's not relenting. It's been happening for the last 2 years. And before that, between 2020 and 2022, prices were going up in excess of 10% a year, double-digit increases. And we've gotten away from that. Now we're going up like 1, 2, maybe 3% a year. In some areas more. South Orange County definitely more in most areas. North Orange County, California, it's been a little bit more reserved, maybe 2%, 1 or 2% increase. This is based on my observations. So I'm not making things up. This is not opinion. As a consequence of the low interest rates, homeowners, which are our future sellers, have very little incentive to sell. So there's no incentive for them. And if there's no incentive, why should they sell? We've got capital gains exemption for the single tax filer of $250,000. And for the married seller, $500,000. So with that little of an exemption and the massive increases in values we've seen, it's a disincentive for someone with maybe $750,000 or $1 million of equity to sell, because they're going to get hit with capital gains tax, which are well in excess of what they should be paying. Now, there's been a lot of talk about helping the real estate market out by increasing those exemptions and thus increasing the amount of homes for sale. The talk has been to increase it for single filers to $500,000 and for married filers $1 million. That will definitely help the market. And it will normalize it. But at the same time, you're still dealing with a lot of sellers that have very, very low interest rates. As much as 30% of current owners own their homes free and clear. So there's not a lot of incentive for those homes to come on the market. Now, there's always going to be people who buy and sell because life happens. And one of the points that I want to make is we know we have a lot of inflation. The price of everything is up. Gas is up, food prices are up, energy prices are up, insurance prices are up, HOA fees are up. Nothing's going back down. Come on, let's be honest. Minimum wage is up. Prices are not going to go back down. Now, what makes you think? And if you don't agree with this, put your comments down in the description. What makes you think with the price of everything up, home prices should go down? Come on, be real. Admit it. Prices are up because the price of everything's up. People are making a little bit more money than they were in the past, nominally, but their actual pay, in terms of what you can buy with those wages, is down. You got to ask yourself, who controls the Fed? It's supposed to be independent, right? Let's hope that's true. Anyway, the Fed has certain mandates they have to meet, and hopefully they meet those mandates. Now, if you're a seller and you don't have your home paid off, you're going to lose your sub 4% rate on your house, and you're going to be paying more for your next house, and you're going to have a high rate on top of that. So what a lot of sellers have chosen to do, and this is what I recommend, is if you can afford it, is you don't sell. You don't sell that house and get into a new house. You rent that house out and you buy a new house. So you've got rental income supplementing the payment, the high payment you're going to have on the new house because of the high rates. And what's been happening in the market is rates have been drifting down. I don't know if you've been seeing this, but rates are under definitely under 7.5%. But if you do an adjustable rate, you can have the bank give you a huge rebate towards your closing costs. I've heard of $4,000 or $5,000 rebate towards your closing costs, and get a lower rate under 7%, like 6.8, 6.6. So you have a low interest rate, and dude, you're not going to get a 30-year fixed at that rate, but do a 7-1-year ARM, an adjustable rate mortgage. And what's going to happen most likely is rates are going to continue drifting down and refinance. When rates hit 5.8, you refinance into a lower rate, lock that in. The rule of thumb that you want to use when refinancing is rates have to be 1% under what you're currently paying to compensate for the cost and expense and the reset that you're going to have in your payment schedule when you refinance. If you're a buyer and you're waiting, you're on the fence, and rates go down, you're going to be competing with a lot of additional buyers. For every 1% that rates drop, we're just over 7 for a 30-year fix now. This goes just under 6. You've got 5 million new buyers that come into the market that you'll be competing against. And it'll be driving prices up. So another reason that I don't think real estate prices are going to crash in the near future. I'm not saying it's not going to happen ever, but not going to happen in the near future. The only thing that's going to make something like that happen in the short term is massive recession, huge job losses, and people just can't make their payments. But if you took my advice and run it out, your house with a super low rate, you have a built-in income source that's going to help you make your payments going forward. And if you ever get into trouble, you could always sell that house, pay off. Those prices have gone up that much. Sell that previous house and pay off your new mortgage you may or may not be having trouble with. It's kind of an insurance policy. Another reason why home prices aren't going to crash is the new home builders, they can't keep up with the demand. Home builders in a lot of areas are sold out. In Orange County, there's not many new developments out there. Let's just talk about a few of them. Rancho Mission Viejo. Starting prices, the lowest priced is $765,000, and it goes all the way up past $1 million. So you've got a good supply of new homes there. And then we've got Irvine near Portola Hills, new home development. Prices are pretty much starting at $950,000 there, goes over $2 million. And then you've got Lake Forest, good development there. Starting price $2 million. And then where else do we have? San Juan Capistrano, starting price $1 million for these new homes. And when you buy a new home, they come with the basics. No upgrades. They don't look anything like the model that you're walking through, which has the most upgrades that they could possibly put in. Hawk. And then as soon as you get under contract, they want to make an appointment with you to visit the design center. Bring your wallet for that. Get ready for $50,000 to $100,000 of upgrades. So it took years to get into the mess we're in. It's going to take years to get out. Inventory is going to remain low. And if any of you have taken Economics 101, you know when you have more demand than supply, prices are going to go up. Supply is really low right now. Yes, I will give you that. That's what's keeping the home prices up. But there's even more home buyers, even with the low demand, than there is sellers. I appreciate you watching. If you got any value out of the video today, please give us that thumbs up like. It really helps out the channel. Thank you very much, and we'll see you on the next one.